Hello, friends. I'm Anette Trevino, and I'm super excited to tell you about a workshop that I'm bringing to San Antonio October 11th through the 14th, 13th, 14th. I'll explain more later. And it's called Expand the Box, and it's out of possibilities management. So if you wanted more information, go to possibilitymanagement.org. And I have our two facilitators with us right now, and they're excited to tell you what Expand the Box is. So it's yours. What do you have for us?
Hi, I'm Anette Schuster. I'm one of the facilitator, and Expand the Box, you can say, is a kind of driver license to understand more life and gaining consciousness and matrix, so you make really better choices in your life. Cornelius, what do you have?
Well, I have that in the ocean of possibilities that we have out there for our problems or for our problems, there is one thing that is not allowing us to see them, and this is us. Actually, this is especially what I think who I am and how I perceive myself and what I have learned about myself, my belief system, my training, my conditioning, and so on. So this is a big, big filter, and only these things can come through into my consciousness, which is being allowed by my filter. And I call this filter my box. So if I succeed in getting some cracks into this box, all of a sudden, much more possibilities open up.
So can you give us an example, either of you, around, okay, what does that really mean? What can that look like?
Well, for example, when I grew up, I had my father as an image, how I might work as a man. And a man is more like silent, and he's dealing the things with himself. And when the woman gets angry, he stays like a rock and stuff like that. So I applied that in my life, and when my woman got crazy or angry at me, then I would punish her maybe with absence or with not giving her my attention and trying to form her behavior according to that. And I was wondering why that doesn't work. And so years and years go on, and you try always the same thing, and you hope that at some time you might have other results by doing the same thing. That doesn't work. So opening my box, so to speak, for more possibilities showed me that if I learn to say yes, and if I learn to say no, and if my woman also learns to say yes and to say no, if we can set boundaries, and if we learn a few skills of how to communicate with each other, all of a sudden, a whole other world opens up, and possibilities open up, and things are no more a problem that have been a problem before, just because you can talk to each other.
Sounds like for you, you addressed toxic masculinity, patriarchy, misogyny. You did all that with these grace tools, which is, you created a new life for yourself. That's amazing. Yeah. Anette, what about you? What has been practical? What does this mean for you?
For me, it's really the understanding. For me, it was a lot of, I don't know, I felt a lot already when I was a child about certain things. And I got really more clarity and consciousness. And for me, I learned, okay, there are a lot of possibilities, what Cornelius already explained, but they are also really learning to sit sometime in uncomfort. My box likes not to be uncomfortable. And now, with all this consciousness, I can sit easily in an uncomfort in myself, and with this, I gain more possibilities and consciousness, and can make really different decisions in my life. Before, I always was a reactive thing for my box, for example.
That's awesome.
Yeah. one other very important thing for myself was like, I was like, I worked through my brain and through my muscles, and the feeling stuff, like when I saw a men's group in television and or women discussing and crying and, you know, being so emotional, I really looked down to that. And I thought, oh my God. And I didn't have any understanding for that and couldn't value it at all. And that changed totally after I did expand the box and then later on the possibility management labs. And I really gained back my feelings. Like I own my anger, I own my sadness, I own my fear and my joy. And I always explain it like that. Here, it's under my skin. I did not know that. And I have it like a millimeter under my skin, especially it feels like here. And I feel like there's a comic figure called Popeye. I don't know if you know that in America.
Yes.
The spinach eater. So it makes me so strong that I know that I can navigate with my feelings, and that the feelings have dimension, like 1%, 2%, 5%, 10%, 100%, and knowing the whole the whole world of one feeling, for example, gives you the possibility to hold space for somebody else who is in that feeling. So if my woman is angry with me, I can hold all the anger. I don't need to run away. I can listen to it. I can see what is the information in this emotion that is important for me to get.
All right, so I'm going to stop you there. What
Yeah.
I heard you say is you were all about brains and brawn, as we say in English. And what you discovered is that there's a lot of strength and also this feeling body that we have. And that the capacity to learn more about the feelings that are in the rest of the body, you were able to be more present for others and hold space for their stuff. And I think that right there, I mean, and then learning how to be in the uncomfortable, Anette, that was fantastic, because a lot of us, we always want to get to the place where we can feel more comfortable, and there's lots to learn there as well. So thank you. Okay, so I'm going to close this video.
Wait a second. There's one more very important thing, because it's, for me, it's the clarity also that came through this whole thing. Because if you are in a struggle with your partner or with other partners, like in business, very often it is very hard to get through these manipulation games that we are all playing. And if you have clarity where you stand, if you have a stand for yourself, with these distinctions that they are given in the Expand the Box training and in the possibility labs, you walk different through life. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to close this video. We're going to have more, so stay tuned, friends, and we'll talk soon.